What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Through Me, and today I'm here to give you some pro tips on how to play a Golem deck effectively. It's become more difficult, guys, since the release and the update and the buff on these elite barbarians. It's been harder and harder to effectively use a Golem deck. So I spoke with my clanmate, my professional clanmate, Jimbo Slice. This guy is the master, the best Golem deck player I have come across yet in the game. So I wanted him to share some tips with you guys that can help you bring this Golem back into the meta and make it a deck or a card that is truly playable. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is share some of his replays as I give you the tips that he shared with me. So watch, enjoy, listen, and learn. Before I get into those tips, though, guys, I want to take a second and thank you all for coming down to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Also, in the comments below, let me know if you like using Golem decks yourself, or if not, what you prefer using instead. Again, and also, thank you, Jimbo, for all the tips, and I really do appreciate you really trying to help out the community. So, tip number one is awareness. You always need to be aware of someone going to rush you on the opposite lane when you place your Golem. Think about it, guys. Your Golem costs 8 Elixir. If you drop that Golem with a full Elixir bar, that leaves you with 2 Elixir, and that's not a lot to defend. So these days, when someone has those elite barbarians or even a hog rider and a freeze, they can rush up that lane, the opposite lane, and they could pretty much take out your tower. So you want to be sure that you have a skeleton army or something that can counter something like that in hand, ready to go, just so that your opponent doesn't get a 1 tower lead over you as you try to get that initial push. Second tip is the Elixir Advantage. If you have a pump in the deck, make sure that you use the pump to build an Elixir Advantage. So obviously, guys, having a pump gives you the advantage on Elixir over your opponent. You're building up Elixir quicker. A lot of people try and put together these Golem cycle decks where it's a low Elixir cost. The problem is it still leaves you vulnerable when you have that Golem being dropped on the playing field. So having the Elixir Collector or even 2 Elixir Collectors on the board makes it really nice and makes it a good way for you to build up that Elixir fast enough so that you can keep the Golem going and have the defensive support that you need. Alright, we're going to tip number 3. If you don't have the Elixir pump in your Golem deck, play very passive until double Elixir, and that's something that Jimbo does so well. I've seen him do it time and time again. When he is playing a Golem deck without a pump, you will not see his Golem until it's double Elixir time. He will defend for 2 minutes of a match, and then he will finally, with 1 minute remaining, as soon as double Elixir hits, he will finally get in and drop in that Golem. And this is backing up what I just said. It's all about defense when you're playing the Golem deck. You need to be able to defend, and the Golem could be part of your defense. The Golem has so many hit points. It is able to be used as a defensive structure, as well as in you could distract all the troops that are attacking your tower, and behind the Golem play some splash damage troops and take out the troops that are trying to kill your Golem. Alright, next tip is on placement. You want to make good Elixir trades for the first 2 minutes, especially when you don't have pumps. Okay, we discussed that already. And you want to have a lot of air defense in your Golem deck, because Golems are really vulnerable to minions and anything by air. So you could throw minions, people can throw the minions on top of the Golem and then they'll just completely get annihilated. So you want to have anti-air troops, so basically splash damage defenses, so that they can protect your Golem. And let's get into another tip here. The Golem is the card that has the most HP, so not always do you have to throw him behind the King's Tower. You can use him to absorb hits in front of the tower, and that's something like I mentioned already. You can use him as a sponge to absorb all the fire coming in from those offensive push or defensive people trying to defend their tower from your Golem. Now, there are some weaknesses to the Golem decks, and I'm going to get into those right now. First one, you want to carry a lot of splash in a Golem deck. The Golem is absolutely shredded by barbs, elite barbs, minion hordes, and skeleton armies, all of which will give your opponent a larger Elixir advantage because they can take out the Golem with lesser expensive troops. So you want to have things in the deck such as a princess or a wizard or even a witch that can use that splash damage and really take out those hordes of troops. The Skarmy is the worst, or the minions, they really just annihilate that Golem. And one more huge threat to the Golem is the Inferno Tower, so you always must have a zap in hand. If you don't like using the zap to reset the tower, a lot of people will play a lightning spell, but using the lightning, although it does reset the tower and most likely take it out, it's very expensive and it really builds up the cost of your deck. So it's going to cost you quite a bit more to play that Golem deck and to have that lightning spell ready when it's needed. So those are the tips that Jimbo has for you guys. Some really solid tips there, and being someone that's tried to play the Golem decks myself, I'll tell you, you need a lot of patience to play it. It's very difficult to play a Golem deck if you're a push heavy player. If you're someone that just is always being very aggressive, it's really hard to be patient and wait for that double elixir time. So it's definitely a playstyle that you have to get used to. Alright, this is Jimbo against Royalty right here. It was a friendly battle. Let's see how this one goes right here. Alright, so it looks as if Jimbo has to play a little defense, but he's got nothing in hand. He's going to use that fireball to beat up on that hog and to take out those minions that were incoming. And now he's starting out a little bit behind the 8 ball, about 1,000 hit points down in that right hand tower, but he got his pump down. He's trying to gain that Elixir Advantage right there. And Royalty is another player, another very solid player from the War Masters Inc. clan as well, and he is in love with this Golem this Elite Barbarian Freeze deck right here. It's one that I actually like using as well. He's so solid with this deck, so let's see how Jimbo can counter using his Golem deck. He has a Musketeer up that right hand lane, but it's taken out by the opponent's Musketeer and tower. Everything is leveled right here, guys. In game, Jimbo is a level 11 while Royalty is level 10, but this is tournament play, so cards are all at tournament standard. And look at this, Jimbo has 2 collectors on the playing field right here, so he's going to get a huge Elixir Advantage, and it looks as if he's going to be getting a Golem down in this round early. And I think that he knows that Royalty does not have a Fireball in his deck or a Miner, so he's going to be able to take advantage and put up as many pumps as possible. And there we go. Is a Golem going to be dropped at the bridge? Let's see. I'm not sure. It may. Archer's going in the opposite direction. And where's this Golem going? It looks as if he's not going to play it. He's continuing to be patient. Look at this. His Musketeer's taking some hit points off that right-hand tower, making this a closer battle. Is he going to drop? Oh, he's got those elite barbs to deal with right now. Nicely played with that Ice Golem to distract one of them, and the Mega Minion is going to work on the other, but that nice freeze spell right there from Royalty does a nice job taking that tower down. Now Jimbo needs a really solid push here, guys, and here it comes. It's double elixir time. He waited until then to play that Golem, and here it comes, pushing up the right-hand lane, has archers, the Musketeer, now just the Musketeer behind, and an Ice Golem to work on that splash damage stuff. There we go. Nice job with that fireball. And the Elite Barbarian is taken out. Nice death damage, helping out that the supporting troops and getting rid of those minions. And this Mega Minion right here is going to take out that tower, guys. There's a 1 tower lead for Jimbo, and while that's happening, he's pushing up the right-hand lane with another Golem attack. He's got a fireball right there. He's going to take out those troops, or at least the majority of them, and he's going to ignore this hog. This hog is not going to take this tower before Jimbo can take that one. And there's that Golem pounding on the tower. Is it going to be enough to take it down? 300, 247. I don't think so, but he's a fireball away from a win. Can he defend off these elite barbs that are incoming? That's the question. There's the fireball for the win, and that's how it's done. I figured it was a good idea to shout one out for you guys and see Jimbo playing a really solid player in Royalty. So that's been it, guys. I hope that these tips were useful to you. If they were, well, I hope that you use them, and I hope to see you guys playing these Golem decks. And if you made it this far in the episode and you enjoyed your stay, I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. If you do, I really do appreciate it. And guys, if you're already subscribed, pound that like button for me just to show your support. For those of you that don't know, I come out with content every single day. Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. I hope to see you guys back again tomorrow. Until then, be good.